Good morning and welcome to your daily Farm and Home Show, brought to you by the University of Kentucky Cooperative Extension Service. And now, here's your host.
Good morning, I'm Joanna Coles, and this week we're going to be visiting with Dr. Matt Springer. He's with the University of Kentucky, Extension Wildlife Specialist there. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning, glad to be here.
Well, I'm glad you're here because, you know, in Kentucky, we are all excited usually about the birds coming in, but this time of year we're kind of like, oh, they're going away, but that might not be the case, right?
So we do have a lot of birds that come and go, right? We have our migrants, our neotropical migrants, and some of them are the more colorful ones, but we have a lot of birds that stick around all winter. So yeah, you can have some that you'll see year round.
And you know, a lot of times they're like, especially with hummingbirds, like pull your feeders and that sort of thing.
Yep.
But what do we need to do maybe to get some of these birds that are here all winter?
So hummingbirds aren't going to be around. So yeah, you want to pull those feeders in because that might actually attract a raccoon and something else that we don't want around. But there's birds like your cardinals, your juncos, your nuthatches that are going to be here year round and will actually come to feeders quite regularly.
And so are there better types of feeders to have?
Sure. So it depends on what you're looking to attract. So birds like woodpeckers you're going to want to get the soot feeders, which is a little block, would have seeds implanted into it, and they'll feed just on that. Nuthatches will also feed on that, but then you can have a regular old bird feeder with seeds out, and ideally you want to use more sunflower seeds than anything else because it attracts more of the birds you want around, not necessarily the pest birds like your English sparrows or your starlings.
Okay, so that's important to know too, what you put in the feeder.
Absolutely, yes it is.
It's important. Now, is there a certain location or maybe one place that's better than others to put the feeders?
So you want to have the feeders out in the open, ideally with some cover nearby so that if a predator is around, they have something to escape to. So something like a house cat, which we don't want visiting our feeders because they can really catch those birds quite efficiently. We want to make sure to provide them some kind of cover to keep them away from predators if they need to be.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yes.
I don't have cats, but that could be a problem.
Yeah, so we don't really, if you have outdoor cats, we don't really want to have feeders out on the property.
Okay, or maybe provide them with enough shelter to protect them?
Yeah, yes.
Cats are really good at getting them.
Cats are bad, and yeah, they'll catch a lot of birds, so we don't want to have that happening. So if you have an outdoor cat, we ask you don't feed the birds.
Okay. Is there publications available or something available at the university that talks about the different birds and?
So there are some resources at the university that talk a little bit about gardening for birds, what plants you can put in your yard to help promote good habitat, provide food and shelter. Unfortunately, we don't have a publication associated with bird feeding, but there are resources like the Cornell Lab of Ornithology that does provide a lot there. And there's actually a program called Project Feeder Watch that's a citizen science program that you can actually take what birds you see and let them know, and they track changes in populations using that data.
Oh, so that's awesome. I know that here locally at Lost River Cave, they have some bird watching groups out there, and they do something, and it might be what you're talking about, where they report what birds they see and that sort of thing.
Birders love counting birds and letting other people know what they see.
Now, tell me, for the people who might not be, bird watchers that are watching, how does that help knowing that information? So
birds are actually really good species to pay attention to because they are what we call indicator species. So when there may be something going wrong with the area, birds are one species that we can look to and say, well, that bird's not here and it should be here. There must be something going on. We need to look more into what's going on and maybe we find a problem. So they're very good at that, and one of the ways that we can track, ecological health, basically.
So it's more than just watching birds and
It is very much more than that. We can get a lot of information that really helps us as scientists and knowing what's going on and with the health of the ecosystem just from that one species of bird or multiple species of birds.
Yeah, so not only are you having a great time watching for birds, you're also providing data, to really help with some different indicators.
Oh, absolutely. And I would just sit there, put the feeder right there by your favorite window, sit and watch outside, and if it starts snowing, even better.
Absolutely. Now, a lot of times with the feeders and different things, do we need to be concerned with water at any point in time? I mean, freezing, thawing through the winter? Or?
So if you have something like a bird bath, birds will use bird baths on occasion more in the summer than anything else, especially when it gets really hot. So during the winter, we don't have to really worry about that. Usually they are able to get enough moisture from what's available to them in the environment as is.
All right, so just make sure the feeders are out there, no predators, and then go to the website and find and track those birds.
Participate in science overall would be great.
All right. It'd be a great thing for kids to get involved
It
with,
is.
learning their bird
Very much
species
so.
and that kind
And they're
of thing.
easy to learn.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for coming down and sharing that information with us. If you're a bird watcher or want to get started, make sure to contact your local extension office and we'd be happy to help. Thanks for watching and have a great day.
If you have questions about today's topics, please call the Warren County Extension Office at the number on your screen. Thanks for watching and have a great day.